Welcome back to Talking Downey Business Edition. We're honored today to be talking to Johana Hernandez.
Oh my
Welcome.
Gosh. I'm so excited to be in Downey because I'm always here. I literally went to middle school here, high school, and then my business is here. I love Downey.
So she is a fashion designer. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing and what got you into the fashion world.
So I grew up, I actually grew up in, my parents are Salvadoran. They immigrated from El Salvador when the war happened. And we're actually kind of related. So that's why we're here together. And plot twist, I know. And then it was really, once they came here, they started sewing for factories. And I grew up seeing my parents sew and make clothes, my mom too. Like, she pretty much taught me everything. And the beautiful thing is that when I started, I thought Latinos would never be the face of brands because I never saw anyone like me growing up. So when I created GLAUDI, I named it after my mom, Gladys, because I wanted to show people that, you know, like, my parents were sewers, but they were so talented, and that's how I became a designer. And yeah, I went to fashion school. I did go to FITM, and I graduated with honors, I think. No, but I was really great. Like, I got a job as a designer super young and at 19, and now I'm here. And I think my parents' humble beginnings was so important because they were so happy sewing clothes, and I just wanted to be happy like them. And I didn't know that I was going to be doing this forever, and I'm so happy because I really value every stitch, every fabric, everything that it takes to make a dress or any kind of fashion item.
And what would you say has been one of the biggest or like the greatest projects that you've ever had to design for?
Yeah. You know, when you said that, I immediately thought my wedding, but then I also thought, like, my dad, when he passed away, he actually wore a tux, and we embroidered, like, the lapel with his, we put the soccer ball. He was I really honored, he was very proud to be an American Latino, too, so he had American flag, El Salvador flag, do you remember? And he had, like, a Bible verse on there, too, so that was super special. And then my wedding was really special because I got married at 37, guys. Like, oh my goodness, I thought que iba a pasar el tren. I wasn't going to happen anymore. And I've designed wedding dress for so many years. And finally it was my turn. And it was like a year and a half ago. It's almost going to be 2 years soon. And that was really special. And now I know what all the brides go through. And just forgive the brides if they become a little bit of a bridezilla because they're just stressed, okay? So I was like, now I feel like, I mean, I've always loved designing wedding dresses, but now even more because it's so special. Like, when you put on that dress, it just, you get so emotional because you waited for your Prince Charming, and there's real ones, and love is real, and it does come true, and weddings are so beautiful. It's so secret.
I love it. I love it. But I don't think a lot of people know, but you designed like how many dresses for your wedding?
Oh my goodness. TMI.
Sorry to call you out a little bit.
No, I designed 5 of them. I made 5 of them, and I only wore 3 of them because my mom got mad at me, and she was like, it's not a fashion show. Yeah. And she was so right, because when I was trying them on, I was tired. And she's like, girl, if you're tired now, like, imagine the wedding day. And then my wedding, you know, like, we're a pretty conservative family, and we don't drink or party too hard. So my wedding ended at 10. And, like, imagine I would have been still changing and the wedding's over. So I think, and I honestly think whatever makes the bride happy to do that. But to me, I think 2 or 3 is enough. Yeah. And then I think if you have just one beautiful dress that's transformable, which I do a lot of those, where you could take off the skirt, those are nice too. But as a designer, you know, I had a lot of fun, and I have, like, everything is, like, I could do anything. So it was really great. And I also did the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, my mother of the bride. I did the flower girls. I designed the whole
suits.
Thing,
Don't forget the suits.
And then my fiance's friends are all shapes and sizes. Okay, those guys come in big and tall too. And I was like, this is my most epic challenge, to design for every shape and size, men and women and kids. So friends, if you're looking for anything for your wedding, I'm the designer, because I can do anything, literally. And then you can just go to my wedding photos and see it.
No, it's so much fun. But I know that you've also traveled to, like, Latin America, Europe, and all these other places. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, like, I've been traveling since I was very young. I traveled to Europe and Asia when I was designing so I designed for big corporations when I was young, like Fortune 500 companies. And then at the age of, like, 24, I launched GLAUDI to help kids in El Salvador and Mexico to raise funds for their schools through fashion shows. And then I've been traveling after that I do Paris Fashion Week, Milan, New York. pretty much, and went to Thailand for Miss Universe.
How fun.
I was just in Colombia for Miss Universo Latina. We did like 2 huge episodes of just GLAUDI for Miss Universe Latina. So it's been, I mean, traveling is my middle name. It's part of my lifestyle now, which I really love. I love people. I love all cultures, and I love celebrating different cultures. And every time I go, like when I go to Turkey, you'll see me with a hijab in my head, and like I'm like saying marhaba, which means hello. Or if I go to China, I'll be like ni hao. You know,
It's cute.
I'm really like Milano, buongiorno. So like I'm always like really getting into each culture, and people laugh at me because I'm like always having a good time like that. But they laugh at me like in a good way. Like they're just really excited that I'm embracing everyone's culture.
I love that. And talking about culture, how's it like being here in Downey and, you know, going from all of that to serving here your community? What are some ways that you've worked with our community here in Downey?
Yeah, so I love Downey. I think Downey has been so good to me. The community has been so great. I love the people here, and I just feel, obviously it's home, you know, like we grew up in Downey, so we know each other since we were very little. And I think Downey is so special. I think it's very cozy. I mean, I grew up with a very peaceful life here. Like I didn't feel like there was a lot of issues, and I just really love it. And I think for me, like I think when I opened my brand GLAUDI in Downey, a lot of people were like, "Why would you open in Downey? Like what's in Downey?" And I'm like, "You guys don't know. I grew up there. There's a very affluent community of people that love doing huge parties and love looking amazing, and we don't want to go like 2 hours to Beverly Hills
Or
to
LA,
get a dress,
the traffic.
or you know what I mean?
Traffic
So
is
like,
terrible.
and then there's no designers here. I'm like the only designer. So like if you haven't met me, come see us, because I literally design for every shape and size, and I do custom gowns. And I think it's so cool that I go from Paris Fashion Week to Downey. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? So for me, Downey is like my home, and it's always going to be, hopefully my store's here forever, and I can just keep on growing and opening more stores, because we had one in Beverly Hills too. But this is the Beverly Hills Latino, right? So I actually was in a New York Times article, which is so funny because they call it the Mexican Beverly Hills, but I was like, wait, I forgot I'm Salvadorian.
I know, and that was like, it was like controversial. I'm like, are we embracing it? Are we like...
Yeah, I think we shouldn't call us the Beverly Hills anything. I think Beverly Hills is Beverly Hills, and Downey is Downey.
We're Downey.
Yeah, like
we're Downey.
So special. Like it's like people with big dreams, like that want to be in a safe, family-oriented place. Yes, it is very Latino, but it's a mix of different kinds of Latinos. Like I feel like I'm Salvadoran. There's Mexicans, Cubans, Nicaraguans, Hondurans, like all kinds of people, and then there's other ethnicities too. So for me, I just love it, and I think it's like. Downey's so much fun, you know?
Yeah. It is. And I know you're featured in the Hall of Fame of Downey High.
So 2019, I was inducted in the Hall of Fame of Downey High School, which was so special because my dad at the time was alive and he was able to see me. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2020. But that was super special, and I just want to tell all the people out there watching that it doesn't matter if you're the most popular person in high school, because literally no one's going to remember you if you're popular, but people will remember you if you are legendary and if you do something great with your life that has a lot of purpose and helps others. So I think being a selfless person and caring for others, that's what makes people remember you, because I feel for me, I've always been about like and making people feel good about their shape and size. Like, I'm not a skinny girl, but I also embrace the girls who are skinny, you know what I mean? I'm not like just plus size girls, you know? So I feel like I like to make people feel confident about themselves. And also in their wedding day, like they tear up because they have a dress that they dreamed of and I made it come to life. And then for the men, they get these tuxedos that make them feel like kings. And we even put photos inside of the blazers of their family. Like when my fiance, he got married, he had like pictures of my dad and his cousin and his brother who passed away inside of his blazer.
That's sweet.
And no one could see it until he opened it. So it was like really special that he was there with us. The people were there with us. So I think it's so important in high school, like for the young kids, don't worry about being popular. Just do really good and then focus on your dreams and just really focus, because I'm going to be 40 next year and I'm really happy. Like I am excited to put the 4-0 out there. You know what I mean? Some girls are like, they don't want people to know their age. I'm like, I want people to know my age, because that's another year God has blessed me with life, and not everyone gets to live another year. So for me, every year is just like a blessing and a celebration.
Well, talking about blessings, I know they had a blessing a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
With Jackson.
Huge. Friends, so I thought I couldn't have kids. So I told my fiance, I was like, you know what? We need to make sure you really love me because it might just be us for the rest of your life. And I don't know if I could have kids. And he said, I trust God, so don't worry. And I was like, all right, whatever. You know, he didn't make it a big deal. And then, yeah, we went to, for honeymoon, we went to South Africa. I wanted to go on safari. So I literally had like a fairy tale, like, story happened. And now I have a baby named Jackson. He's so cute. His name's Jackson Ray Hudson. And I'm just so happy, you know, I'm a mom now, so it's been, you know, I don't know how moms did it before because I don't know, like, I have so much help, and I'm still tired, so I'm like, congratulations to all the moms out there, and the dads, because it takes two, and when there's only one, even more congratulations, because it's hard. So I think it's just been amazing, and now I'm like, you know, doing my own business, and I've done so many shows this year. I did New York Fashion Week with Barbara de Regil, who's like amazing on a Netflix series. It's called Rosario. She was like our main talent for the show. And then we had Miss Universo Latina on Telemundo. We did the whole thing. It was 50 designs, guys. So like I was literally coming to work, to my store, and then finishing the clients, then taking care of my baby, having him go to bed, and then I would be up till like 3 or 4 in the morning finishing the designs, you know? So it was crazy. I was telling my brother, I was like, I want to give up. He was like, you're almost there. And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I'm almost there. But I wanted to give up so many times because I was tired and I didn't. And I think you guys should know that you can do a lot, so don't give up. Just like take a nap and wake up again. Or maybe don't take a nap because you might not wake up. But just keep going. It's like a workout. You have to keep going.
Oh, well, on the topic of business, how, or maybe what advice would you give to other moms out there that want to start their own business or that have their own business already and trying to juggle that personal life, work life? How do you do it all?
Yeah, so I'm really grateful to have my mom. You know, my mom worked with me before. She was here, like, checking all the quality control for the dresses. But now she's with my son. I was saying grandson. I was saying grandma already. My son. And she's taking care of him. And she's, like, living her best life. And she tells me, this is my dream. Like, I'm so happy that I get to just be with Jackson and just be a grandma. Like, you know, a lot of people don't get to do that either. So, like, it's really a blessing for her. So she's helped me so much. Like, without my mom, I would, like, not be here. Literally, because I have to be with Jackson. So, like, I think having my mom it's really key. And so having, like, a good support system is really important. And then for those who don't have your moms, you know, you have, like, someone that helps you with your baby that you trust. Because obviously, like, I'm really happy that I have my mom because she raised me well. So I want my son to learn from her. And yeah, like, and I'll have faith in God and just know that if God put any dream in your mind, you're going to be able to do it. Just write it down and make a plan and go for it. Because if you don't have a plan, it's not going to go anywhere, you know? So I think those are the most important things. But, like, my faith has helped me so much because sometimes, like, I'm like, I get these big opportunities and I'm like, how am I going to do that? And I just do it and it wasn't that bad, you know? It just looked really intense. And then when I do it, I'm like, thank God I finished it. My seamstress tells me, she's like, I think you like adrenaline. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you get all these projects and you're like excited. And then when it stops, you're like, oh, what else, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, I guess.
You're like, what's next? So what's next?
Yeah. But like being in Downey is really great. And like, I thought I knew everyone, but I really don't. I was like, Downey's my kingdom, but I really don't know so many people. So come and say hi and let me know who you are and come and see the store and see the collections because honestly, like I'm the only Latina designer in many cities from here, like around surrounding us. I'm one of the only ones. And I do this for all of you to celebrate your biggest moments. And it's so special to you know, I know my community and you guys have supported me and I'm here because of all of you.
And what are some challenges that you've faced maybe in the last couple of years, whether like COVID, like how did you juggle all of that?
So I faced many challenges as everyone has. I think like COVID, for instance, was really hard. We had to close and I also had my Beverly Hills store at that time. So it was 2 stores. There's a lot of protesting too around that time too. So we had to like board up all the stores and during that time, my dad got sick. I got sick with COVID. My dad passed away. And that's when I created GLAUDI Men because I felt like, oh my goodness, like I didn't realize, not that I didn't realize before, but I really didn't realize how special the men are in our lives. Until I lost my favorite, which is my dad, you know? And I think once I realized how necessary, like, we need the guys. Like, you guys are so needed. Like, I love that my dad was just, like, a rock in my life. And I think, like, I almost think, like, I wouldn't have gotten married if my dad was still alive just because my dad was so solid. Like I just felt like I'm good. Like my dad was very, obviously you want that romantic person with you, but my dad was very, he protected me, he took care of me, like not even like financially, it's more like making sure, you know, Juanita, you don't go without gas in your car, like, or little things. I don't even know how to describe it. So like when he left, I remember one time when he passed away, one time accident, this truck like hit my car. And I got really mad at the guy, and I was like, my dad's not here. And I told him, my dad's not here. Like, how am I supposed to fix this?
Aww.
And then the guy was like, what? And I was like, yeah, he died, like, last year.
Aww.
And then I was just like, oh, my goodness. Like, I could have called AAA. You know what I mean? But I just feel like men are so necessary. Now I have my husband, which is wonderful because I feel like I'm balanced again. Like, I feel like I want to be a woman. I want to be feminine. I want to be, you know, even though I'm like very alpha, like I want to be a girl. Like I want to be like calm and funny and you know. I don't want to be like so strong all the time. It's tiring to be strong all the time.
It is exhausting.
So I think that was a big challenge for me, and it had made me very, very, like losing my dad made me like very soft in a good way. Like it made me like kind of rest and be like, okay, like, I don't know, it just made me find out this other side of me that I didn't know I was so strong. Like, I didn't know I was being so strong this whole time. And then, you know, I met my husband, and it was beautiful. And then now I'm a mom, so I'm like a marshmallow. Because being a mom, it, like, brings, like, this love inside of you that you just, like, see all these kids, and you just want to hug all of them and save all of them. And I just became a better person through time. So you're going through a hard time. I feel like every time I go through a hard time, like I become a better person. Even though it's so sad. And God, please don't give me more hard times. I'm just saying that.
No.
For anyone listening, like just hang on there, praying. Just know, like, what can I learn from this? And you'll see, like, what you could learn from any situation. Like when I created my wedding collection, my bridal collection, which is my biggest. When people fly in to see me for bridal, you know, you've been with me. Like they come from far away to get the GLAUDI dresses. So if you're in Downey, you have no excuse because people will be flying from Dubai. so long story short, it's crazy because for the bridal collection, I started it when I was 27 years old. I'm going to be 40 now. And I was going through a major breakup, like 9 years I was dating someone, and they never asked me like to marry them, so we just broke it off. And I was just like, wow, like, am I not worth it? Like, what? This is so sad. And I was just crying, and then my friends started getting married, and I was making their dresses, and I was just like crying, and I'm like, God bless your marriage, and don't let them ever go through the heartbreak that I'm going through. And through designing and celebrating the girls, I forgot that my heart was broken because I was celebrating other people. So I think the best way to like get over heartbreak is to celebrate other people and be selfless, so you're not just focused on your pain and yourself. And then God just blessed, you know, our bridal collection. Our brides love our designs, and we even have a Bible verse on the dresses where it says, what God has joined together, let no one separate.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And we like bless the dress. You see, like we pray over them. We want to bless everyone, and just for that marriage to last forever, for a lifetime. And obviously we know like there's a lot of people that say, okay, so marriages don't last. But don't think like that. Think positive, you know, like just think good. If you think good, good will be with you.
I love that. Yeah. I wanted to also touch a little bit on during COVID. I know that was a challenging time, not just for your dad, but also like you were able to turn things around a little bit and help your community.
Yeah, so I remember during that time, we saw on the news that they needed people with sewing machines to make masks. And of course, my brother and I, he's my business partner, Edwin, and Ever was with me at the time too. We were like, well, we have the machines, we have the team, like let's make masks. So we made masks, and from the real, like the material masks that we were making, we would buy the medical ones and we would donate them to hospitals. So we were like raising funds and helping. But through that, like it was just a lot, you know, like I was doing too much. Like I was really like working, so I was like so busy during the pandemic and trying to help the community. And that's my kind of like my weakness. Like I like to help, and sometimes I put myself in danger because I like to help people. Even like, you know me, like I'll be trying to help homeless people, and I don't know whether they're like trying to kill me. But I'm like, I forgive you. It's okay. Oh my gosh. But I think I never want to change that either. Like I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, you know. But I'm really glad we're able to help a lot of people, and a lot of hospitals came, and we even like the jails, like there's a lot of jails that needed masks for the medical people in the jails, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the cárceles. So it was nice to like help everyone, no matter who you are, what you did, you know, just because we're going through a pandemic together.
Yeah, I think PIH was one of them right here in Downey.
Yeah, PIH, and there was like I think one of the prisons in like Linwood or something. But it was people from everywhere coming to get the masks, donations for them, and the ones who bought, we would buy the medical ones to donate, and we would make like, and I was one of the first who made like the glittery ones
I saw
and the diva mask. I was like, I had to. I was like, I couldn't have a basic mask. I wanted a shimmery
You
one.
still had to add it to the outfit.
Diamonds.
You got to be designer.
Yeah.
I think did you create any additional things aside from?
We did hats and like with like plastic to cover your face.
Oh, okay.
We did just we really focused on helping what they wanted, what they needed, and then once they caught up, we just were able to, because it was crazy. Like everyone needed that,
Yeah, I hear you. Is there anything else that you would maybe say to someone who, future designers, like brand new high schoolers, or they're in high school, they're trying to discover what this designing world looks like? What would you say to them?
I think be humble and start small, like I feel a lot of people see, because now we have social media, so you could start in social media and post your stuff, and if no one likes it, it's okay. Just keep posting. You never know when you get that viral moment on TikTok or anywhere. And then, in the beginning, I remember I was designing for a different company, and I was doing my own. But my own was very different than it was jeans I was designing for, and I would make gowns, at night. So it was like very different. You never want to do something like compete with the company that you're working for. But like for me, it was really special because I was like designing these gowns, and then I remember like I wasn't making any money. Like I was just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
It was like literally like I was selling nothing, like zero. And then people thought like I was just like selling out. I'm like, no, I'm just having a good time. I remember my ex-boyfriend at the time was like, you need to sell something. I'm like, no, this is like my hobby. Like my job I had a job. So like I was using my money to pay to create things. And then out of nowhere, from doing my passion, people started wanting to buy it. And then, but it took time, like I've had this brand for 15 years and it took a lot of time. And I think people need to know it takes time. Like,
yes.
Like they see us and they see me all chill and like, oh, she looks chill. It's probably going to be easy for me. And then like they start with their clients and they don't know how to do customer service, or they're not humble. Because when I'm designing dresses, like it's not about me, it's about my client. Like I listen to them, I want them to feel good. Like it's about making sure everything fits good, it's what they want. But I'm like a tool to empower them. It's like a hairstylist, you go there to get your hair done and you have this vision and you want it to fit you, because like I would never wear like maybe orange hair, but maybe, on someone else, orange hair looks good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like, you just have to, as a designer, you have to learn like, your client and how to design.
Bringing their vision to life and just creating or helping with their dreams, their dream dress.
So if they don't care for people, this is not the field to do. Because I feel like a lot of people want to be designers because of the spotlight, but that is not what this is about. That's like one time here and there, but it's about caring for others, taking care of them. We're like doctors, but fashion doctors.
You're fashion doctors. I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to quote that.
We give you BBLs with powerhouse in the dress.
I know, because you have different style dresses. You have from A-lines, mermaid, like whatever it is that people can come into. They can just come in and say, hey, like I want something that's fitted, but I want a skirt over it. I want a Cinderella moment, but I also want a mermaid moment.
Yeah, so you can do anything, and that's what's special. But it has to be like, I do have a look. I feel like my aesthetic is very glamorous, elegant, but modern, but also timeless. I feel like it has to be I always say it's for the woman who's not afraid to shine, like inside and out. Like she's confident. She walks into a room, if she's wearing shiny, beads on top, she's not like, oh, it's too much. Like, no, like it's good. Like, don't be afraid to try and go in that room and own it. You know what I mean? So, and it's for those moments that are really special. It's something that you're not going to wear every day. It's for like literally iconic moments, from your wedding to your birthdays to anniversaries to quinceañeras to any special red carpet moment. Yeah.
Well, you shared a little bit about what it takes to be a designer. What are some things that you've experienced on the back end of things to get to where you're at? Like expos or...
Yeah, I think like the hardest thing is to find a good team, like you need to have people that understand you, because like we communicate all different. So I feel like it's really, I mean, you've been with me for a long time, like you know how I speak and how I am, and you just have to find someone that really cares for you and the brand and believes in you, and you guys could grow together because you can't do this alone. Like, if you do it alone, you're not going to go far. And that's why a lot of people quit, because they're tired, you know? And then for me, like, having a good team is so important, and treating everyone well with respect, and trying to do, you know, like I don't like saying, like, family, because, you know, obviously I believe that your family is your family and your team is your team. Because I feel like a team, to me, like, I love how in competitions, like, you're just together. Like, I never played sports, by the way. I never played. But I'm really good at, like, winning stuff. Like, I feel like I know when someone has strengths, and I like to let them be like, you do this, you do this, you do this, and let's go. And it's like, we're like the Power Rangers.
Or like break.
Yeah. And then we're like, good. You know how it's been. Like, you're really good at socials and talking and modeling, all these things. And I'm like, go. And then I'm like, over here, I'm going over there. And I think that's really fun, you know, to find, like, a good team that, like, it's fun to work with. So, but that's a challenge too, because it's so hard to find people that believe in you, you know, your team. So when you find them, you have to take good care of them.
Yes, I agree. Well, Johana, thank you so much for being a part of the Talking Downey Business Edition today.
Thank you.
It was so nice to learn a little bit about your side. I know that, I mean, I worked with her, I worked with you for several years, but I think that your story and how you are you, and it's a beautiful person that you are, and creating beautiful dresses and creating beautiful memories for everyone that comes through your doors. So I think that that's something that's very important to highlight, and I just want to really say thank you, and we hope that you have a lot more Downey people coming to visit, because local to Downey, down the street from your house.
I think, like, when I die, it's going to be like a cemetery in here, because I'm literally here forever. You know, I love Downey, so come say hi, because I know I don't know all of you. I know a lot because I grew up here, but there's so many new people. So come and say hi, and I'm really nice. Don't get scared. Sometimes they're like, oh, I saw you on TV. I'm like, I'm just on TV. Doesn't make you, like, doesn't matter. Like, we're very kind and friendly here. And yeah, come and say hi. And I love to support other Downey businesses. So if you have a Downey business, also let us know, because we have brides here that they need makeup, hair, you know, things like that.
Catering.
Yeah, so let us know, because we like to recommend other businesses, because we're here to support each other. And yeah, I'm a Viking, so. Okay, Warren, don't get mad, okay? I love Warren, too. It's been a long time. I graduated in 2004.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Johana, and we hope to see a lot more of GLAUDI around Downey soon. Thanks for tuning in to Talking Downey Business Edition. I'm Natalie Turcios, and if you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. We would also love to hear from you. So if you have a story, you're part of the community, or you own a local business, please reach out. We would like to feature you in our next episode. Hope you have a great day, and we hope to see you soon.